Heyo guys, what's going on? It's Sherrick here, and we are back with another episode of Law and Order Legacies. In the last episode, if you guys haven't watched it, why don't you take a big old click right here on this whole Scales of Justice general area so you guys can view it so you can catch up. But like I was saying, in the last episode we were left with a big decision to make. Did we want to go with Man 2, which only gives him 2 years in jail, Man 1, which is 10 years in jail, Murder 2, which gives him 25 years, or go no deal, which is essentially means that we're moving forward with going for Murder 1, which I don't know what the let's see if there's actually it says like what the if it says what Murder 1 would be, because we're in an interest. It doesn't say what Murder 1 is. Okay, so how as far as the length of time he'd be in jail for. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place really, because the votes on this were deadlocked. I feel like he did premeditate it to a point, but once we got to the point where he had to do it, he was not very rational. It was kind of a crime of passion because he was protecting his baby girl. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. But ultimately, I made the decision because, like I said, the votes were kind of neck and neck. There was no real sway one or the other. I'm gonna go no deal. We were asked to basically convict him for Murder 1, and so I feel like there may be some sort of penalty if I don't go that route. So we're gonna go and say no deal.
No deal. We're taking this one all the way.
I feel like the defense probably would have taken whatever I said. If I had said like Murder 2 or Man 1 or 2, I feel like they would have been grateful to do it, because I mean, if you saw the Scales of Justice, I really had the sway here, so I could have gone any way or not, but I decided to go no deal. Okay, this is it. You fought long and hard. Time to get your conviction. Avoid testimony about Trevino's mental state or his feelings toward Baran. This will confuse the jury. Focus on the premeditation. Makes sense. Okay, so let's talk about the shooting, because it happened.
What was your intent when you brought the gun into your daughter's murder trial?
I don't know. I don't know.
Answer the question, Mr. Trevino. What was your intent?
To kill him, I guess.
So basically, you just admitted that was the reason that you brought the gun there. Okay, well, let's talk about the intent a bit more.
You say you had the intent to kill Baran. When did you decide you wanted to kill him?
I didn't really. I don't know. It was a feeling. You gotta understand.
Was it when you tried to buy a gun?
I didn't try to buy a gun. It wasn't premeditated like that.
But that's actually not true, because your kid basically admitted that you tried to buy a gun, and you're a felon, which means you can't buy a gun. So, nice try, Chief. He admitted in court. Chav's anger proves he's capable of anything. His admitted intent proves he's innocent. Yeah, okay. His father admitted to police that Mickey tried to buy a gun. What? Anyway, we'll go with this one, because we know that one's correct.
We already presented evidence that you did try to buy a gun several weeks before the killing.
Yep.
I don't know. That morning, I guess.
Okay, well, he said that, so let's go into it.
In the hours in between that morning, when you decided to kill Mr. Baran, and that afternoon when you did it, what did you do?
Nothing. I prepared, I guess.
You prepared? You didn't call anyone for help or talk to anyone?
Saw his lawyer just shaking your head in the background.
I called my doctor. I tried to act responsibly, so I called him. He said, don't worry about it.
You lie. Yep, sure can. Because your kid was pissed off that that your doctor was on vacation. Yep. Benson didn't say this, but it's still true. Mickey was the one that said it. Mickey told the court Chav asked him to sneak a gun in the court. That didn't happen, and he did not admit that. So let's go with this one. That's correct. Yay, yay.
Your son already told us your doctor was on vacation. Nice try, Mr. Trevino.
Why are you lying under oath? These
The VA
scrubs
has a
lying under
hotline
oath.
for PTSD, correct?
Yeah.
But you didn't call them for help. because by then you had already decided to kill Baran. And you systematically followed through on your plan, didn't you?
I was insane.
You were angry. There's a huge difference.
Objection!
Yay, yay! Let's keep moving.
Chav Trevino did shoot Alexander Baran. It's true. But the important question is why? Under our laws, the charge of murder may be reduced in the event of extreme emotional distress.
Okay.
His pride and joy. His daughter Rachel ripped away from him forever by a rapist and a murderer who then tried to claim diplomatic immunity and run away instead of accepting his punishment like a man. It was too much. Extreme emotional distress. Chavez Trevino only did what many of us fantasize we would do in his place. Was it right? No. He knows it wasn't right. But at the time, when he acted, right and wrong were drowned out by a raging storm of flashbacks, stress, and injustice. With therapy, he can heal again. Give him that chance. Look into your hearts and ask yourself if Chav Trevino is a cold-blooded murderer like Alexander Baran, or just a brave and broken father, doing the only thing that made sense.
How you gonna take 25 points away from me? That's rude. I'm gonna get them points back. This is your chance to appeal directly to the jury, make your case to them, pick topics you feel will strengthen your argument, and avoid the ones you feel will incite sympathy for Chav Trevino or make you look like a bully. Okay. Okay. Well, obviously these are kind of softball ones, so these two are the ones that we don't want to say, because that would basically this one makes us look like a bully, and this one, either way, we look like a bully if we call him a jerker. So let's talk about the sanctity of justice, because it's on top.
We agree that within these walls, we must respect due process. We respect the law, no matter how we might personally feel about the defendants before us. Chavez Trevino didn't see it that way. He thought this was just a room, a place where he could barge in and draw a weapon and fire with no regard. Chav Trevino said, "The hell with justice. I want revenge."
And obviously we'll talk about premeditation at this point, because we got our points back. In your face, defense.
I think the defense would like to confuse you about what is extreme emotional distress.
That guy, though.
And what is a father's natural grief over his daughter's unfair death. To set a precedent that every grieving father has the right to gun down the suspected killer is a very, very dangerous one indeed.
Keep showing that.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the people have shown you the evidence that Chavez Trevino's acts were premeditated. Not a burst of impulse, not a symptom of his PTSD. Mr. Trevino killed a man in cold blood.
So we win? I guess? I don't know. That's basically what it looks like, because we whooped the defense handily.
Have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
And how do you find?
We find the defendant, Chavez Trevino, guilty of murder in the first degree.
We thank you for your service. Defendant is remanded into custody until sentencing.
Mike! Abby!
We did it!
Headlines aren't pretty, are they, Jack?
I'll take this one on the chin. The only way to wield the power of this office responsibly is through the equal and just application of the law. We don't get to bend the rules. That just leads to chaos. Oh, and good job.
We did it, even though we got Abby all bloody. And
Right. Thought you'd be out having a drink.
Nah, I'm going through some old files on the Preppy case.
I wonder if we'll
Trying
get
to
to
tie
touch
the gun
those.
to Trevino?
And coming up cold. I wish Lenny was still around.
Aw,
He
Lenny.
was good at this kind of thing.
Well, this ought to cheer you up. Turns out, Mickey Trevino is an HVAC contractor for the city.
Okay.
Guess where he did a midnight repair 24 hours before the Alexander Baran crime?
Oh!
Superior Court. He snuck the gun into an air duct.
Shall we go have a word with him?
Let's do it. Oh, man. Oh, no. I was hoping for... Oh, no. No, why'd you do this? Interesting. So, Mickey Trevino was involved. He helped his dad out. Now, I wonder if the next case is going to have anything to do with that, or if we're gonna move into something else. Well, I'll let the credits play through. But that was a really good way to introduce us into the way that these episodes work out. I thoroughly enjoyed myself going throughout all of it. I mean, there wasn't really anything that stuck out as odd or like it didn't need to be there. I like that it allows you to kind of investigate crime scenes. It also allows you to put logic together and talk to people and kind of discern if they're lying or not, fact-checking all of their stuff, and you get to use it both out in the field and in the courtroom. And having the Ocelot the cat, what? Oh, special thanks to Ocelot the cat. Yeah, okay, so here we go. We've got all the Michael Bennett was doing that. Okay, so here are all your names. I knew that they weren't actually the actors. Kid Beyond was Mickey Trevino. Interesting. Never seen that name before. Gene Gore was an excellent judge. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh, I like that the murder in the middle of the case kind of gave it an interesting twist. Otherwise, it could have been, I don't know, it could have been a little boring. So I like it. Telltale Games always does a great job. Shout out to Dick Wolf right there. But Telltale Games, with the exception of maybe one or two games, have always done a good job with their storytelling. No matter what they're given, or what properties they're given, whether it's Law and Order or Minecraft or what have you, they almost always do a great job. This is included. I had a bunch of fun, so I hope you guys did too. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a big old stamp of approval. Sorry that this episode is a little shorter, but obviously that was out of my control since the end of the case was so close at hand. So yeah, like I said, share and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I will see you guys on this channel for the next episode of Law and Order Legacies, along with other great, delicious, nutritious content. Peace!